One of my favourite things to do in RPGs is to create a class that feels unique while using the existing class system. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of homebrewing a character class because normally you either overcook it or undercook it, and it feels a little bit like you're cheating. I like taking the existing classes, breaking down their mechanics, mixing it up by multiclassing, and then I repaint these mechanics with a fresh new flavour. What I'm talking about here is a reskin. Now I know you experienced players are all like, of course you can do that, Matt, I do it all the time. And that's great, but this is more for the newer players that think they are locked into these basic archetypes like a wizard or a fighter. No, you are not. Come up with a concept of what you want and then reverse engineer it. I'll give you an example that's found in my campaign world of WintersEdge. In this setting, many spirits still wander the land, unwilling or unable to pass on, and many of these spirits seek a way to return to the physical realm for all sorts of reasons. My new flavour class, known as the Soulbinder, provides them this gateway to the world of the living by building totems that the spirit can inhabit. Now, these totems, they can be as small as little dolls that the Soulbinder can use as familiars, or they can be as huge as lions that fight for the Soulbinder. They can be made crudely from wood, bone and stone, lashed together by rope, or they can be created by a skilled craftsman with clever joints of iron cogs and a head and body that are intricately carved. Many of these spirits hibernate in their totems and they need the magic of the Soulbinder to fully function for an hour or so, while some, usually those inhabited by a powerful spirit, can live until destroyed, and even then, a powerful charge of magic can kickstart it back into life again. There are really two types of Soulbinder. A dark kind that traps wandering spirits in a soul jar and inscribes runes of torture and madness onto this jar, and that drives the soul into a feral rage. The soul jar is then bound to the constructed totem, and the Soulbinder rules over it through fear and the power of their will. The other kind of Soulbinder, the good kind, works with the spirits of the land, offering a totem to inhabit so they may finally fulfill the purpose that has stopped them from passing on. This could be many reasons. Maybe they seek redemption or revenge. Maybe they know the Soulbinder in their past life and want to protect and watch over them or their people. Or they wish to save other souls of loved ones trapped in the swamp. These Soulbinders can work with their totems in a number of ways. Some, like the Heron Folk monks, have learned to fight alongside their large constructs. Others have mastered magic to make their totems more powerful. And even others, shadowy assassins, use a small army of totems to be their eyes and ears as they go about their business. So how can you make this class? It's pretty simple. You either get them to a level 3 ranger and take the subclass Beastmaster, or if you have access to the Artificer class, you can make that instead and unlock the Battlesmith subclass at level 3. This will give the character a combat vibe for now, though if you go down the ranger line, you could take the Druidic Warrior option and its fighting style to give them some cantrips at the start. And then from there you multiclass into a number of options to flesh out how they work with their totems. The Warlock line could give you a strong totem that takes the Imp or Pseudo-Dragon stats. An Arcane Trickster could also give you a totem familiar that is used to scout ahead and deliver touch attack spells at range while the assassin stays hidden. Going down the Cleric line could buff your totem as you help the spirit to ascend to godhood. And if you continue down the Ranger line, you could take the Magic Initiate feat to get the Find Familiar spell. And when you hit level 5 you can also cast Summon Beast to power up another totem to fight for you. The flavour of that Summon Beast spell is the totem holds a lesser spirit that is hibernating and needs a boost to your magic to give it life for an hour. The big benefit of continuing down the Ranger line is your Beast totem grows stronger with every level of Ranger you take, and you get more attacks and Druid spells that could have the flavour of activating more totems or buffing your existing ones. This guy I'm drawing, he's a Soulbinder called Ognu, and his mission is to rescue the trapped souls of his people that are being forced into crude constructs known as blight souls by an evil race of lizard folk. He does this by recovering tortured soul jars. He then rehabs them and offers them his own constructions. These free spirits happily help him in his quest to overthrow the Lizardman menace. The party might come across him in their adventures and potentially help him take down a powerful blight soul. This could increase their standing with the goblin tribes of the swamp and give the goblins the courage to fight back against the conquering lizard folk. So that's my little insight into some reskinning I'm doing in my current world building project, where Soulbinders exist in all shapes and sizes. There's nothing groundbreaking there for you experienced players, but maybe it'll help some new players think about adding their own flavour to existing classes. Of course, work with your DM when doing this to make sure whatever you come up with works in their own world and makes sense with their lore. And also, if you have cool examples of adding your own flavour to a class, let's tell the world about it in the comments. You might inspire someone. And that's a bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.